afternoon and welcome to LUTV's coverage. This Sunday afternoon is Leeds United Women taking on Alnwick Town Women. This game, a special occasion for the players as they get to play on that hallowed turf at Elland Road in what is their final home game of the season. How the fixtures have fallen mean that Leeds have to play several away games on the spin, but Dan O'Hearn's side will now just hope to get their fans on side after that really courageous cup defeat on Thursday night. It was a spirited effort against Town, and it's a couple of changes to the team before we get into the action. So Leeds go with Georgia Wattam in goal, who had a really spirited performance herself. Then the team is Rebecca Bass, Bridie Haddam, Catherine Hamill, Sarah Danby, Abby Brown, Catherine Smith, Olivia Smart, Sandra Suarez-Martins, Laura Barton and Amy Woodruff. The bench is Sarah Dobby, Kirsty Hunt, Savannah Robson, Paige Williams, Kanisha May Underdown. As for Alnwick Town, it is Katie Stark, Rhiannon Malaburn, Kirsty Tank, Kirsty Armstrong, Georgia Latto, Catherine Johnson, Lucy McConnell, Megan Sprott, Melody Brooks, Jessica Morrison and Katie Eluko. And as the bench, it is Robinson, Young, Henderson, Grisdale and Bellal. It's a really good atmosphere today for the players, who have got a good crowd in attendance, and one of those hopeful afternoons where we get to see the team at their very best. Myself, Tom Hill and Jodie Hunter will bring you all the action as per usual for today's game, and it's a good day. The weather's pretty nice. The sun might have just gone in, but what an occasion for the players to get to play at Elland Road, final home game of the season. And let's hope, Jodie, they can sign off the home campaign in style.
Yeah, I think it's an excellent atmosphere today for them to play in. Obviously get 3 points, finishing our home game of the season. I think the girls need to stay focused and obviously try not to get too much pressure from where we're at and where we're playing. But I think we can finish the day with 3 points today.
Yeah, it's a team that come into this game without a league victory. Alnwick Town have got 2 points at the bottom of the table. They have played a real heap of games less than everybody else, 3 less than the team above them. So if they do go on a bit of a run, there is still the chance they can catch them. And that team is Chester Street, who have played 3 games more on 19. But Leeds are third in the table. They have been for several weeks. The form book in terms of league games reads 3 defeats in 5, but they've beaten Durham and they've beaten Norton and Stockton before then losing to them in their last game the last time out. Then it was the cup game in midweek, the West Riding FA County Cup final. They lost to Brighouse Town on penalties, and a very proud and courageous effort, as we say, Jodie, getting that last minute penalty to take it into penalties. And hopefully there's a feel-good factor about the team, on a bit of a high. It has been a bit of a whirlwind few days. Good crowds back to back and some different sort of atmospheres. That game at West Riding and now today at Elland Road.
Yeah, I think obviously finishing the game on Thursday night, getting that last minute winner, I think obviously just lifts the whole camp, and obviously it just brings so much positivity going into today.
The players just getting the last instructions from each other, in particular Catherine Hamill, the captain. And we are now ready for kick-off, which is a couple of minutes later than scheduled. We'll blame that on the players just lapping up the ability to walk down that Elland Road tunnel and take their times. It does look like the wingers will be Suarez-Martins on the right and Abby Brown on the left. That, of course, can change as the game goes on. Jodie, the first thing identified to me was how attacking the midfield is, and I guess our expectations so far as Rebecca Bass flies in with a challenge is that as a team we possibly expect Alnwick Town to sit today and try and hold. So maybe that's why we've got an attacking midfield. But that 3 of Danby, Woodruff and Smith is certainly forward thinking, to say the least.
Yeah, I think the last couple of games that we've seen Alnwick play have been quite defensive team. Obviously they've been newcomers to the league, and I think we're trying to capitalise on that, getting our strength in the midfield and giving that support to the attacking players, try and get an early goal today.
Yeah, ball played forward from Alnwick in that throwing position, and it's into midfield for Woodruff, who takes it in a stride. She gets caught in possession. Challenged that from Elwood. Out wide it goes, and Alnwick are trying to get in behind. Olivia Smart will stand up the number 2, which is Rhiannon Malaburn. A touch from Brown, and it goes out of play for a throw. Catherine Hamill again. Nice side football, and Leeds bringing it away from trouble. It was smart that back into Danby. Now Rebecca Bass has got plenty of space. Bass was looking long for Bartup. That's good work from Bartup to get there first. And it's out to Abby Brown. And I guess first few minutes, Jodie, it's a changing sort of pitch as well. I mean, big surface out there to play, and possibly the biggest they'll play all season. And you just need to try and use that space, and it might suit the style of Bass and Smart, who like to get down the touchline. But it's one for maybe reserving the energy tanks today, especially after playing only a couple of nights ago. Yeah,
I think we have to be really smart of when we go and when we sit. I think obviously there'll be a huge amount of space, which does suit us usually to get the ball down and play. Obviously we've got some brilliant players out wide, and obviously, like you say, the full-backs like to get forward, so it should be in our favour, but I think we just need to kind of adjust to how the field is and obviously get those first touches in.
Yeah, Olivia Smart, rather rare mistake with her in possession. She just kicked it out of play for a throw, and she was aiming to curl it down the line to Abby Brown. Danby heads it back forward looking for Smith, who was just unable to get to it. Hannon, I know from looking at her social media comments, will be delighted to be playing on real grass today. She put her body in the way of that 3G pitch at West Riding on Thursday and come off second best as Alnwick give the ball away down that right hand side. So while they might be bottom of the table, they have got 5 goals in their last 2. Only narrowly lost to Chorley. They drew with Chorley beforehand. Goalless Liverpool Feds at half-time, who were second in the table. So it suggests they're trying to learn on the job, really. Got promoted last season.
Yeah, I think the start of the season for them was quite slow, so I think they've obviously built into this league, and obviously they're just not kind of finishing those games like they would, but I think they're obviously building strength after strength each game they play.
That's good from Bass, keeping it nice and simple. Now she rolls it down the line, at least looking for Smith. Unfortunately for Leeds, Smith was not able to get there, but as per usual, she will chase it down. Suarez Martins looking for Woodruff, who's just bounced off the ball. Suarez Martins gets there first, looks to go forward with the pass. I think she was just trying to steer it in towards Laura Barter, and it is now back into keeper's possession. But that was a bit better there, Jodie.
Yeah, I think we saw a little bit of frustration there, that obviously the final pass didn't come off, and I know obviously there was other options to the left, but once you're in that position so early on in the game, you kind of just want to get a shot off.
Danby jumps up, she'll win the header. I'll say she meant that. Back to Hannon, who goes back to Georgia Wattam in goal, who trying to clear it. And he can play it straight into the path of Marylebone, who's now trying to run forward. She runs into Olivia Smart, and Smart will try and slide in. Shot comes in from range, and it goes wide. And for those that are just watching the Leeds United Women in person for the first time, those that have been able to come today, it's a good crowd in the West End that have gathered for this Sunday afternoon contest. Well, I'm sure be pretty happy to see the competitiveness. Rebecca Bass is no stranger to flying in. We've seen Olivia Smart flying. The players are certainly up for the occasion. Yeah,
I think it's good to see obviously players like that and give a bit of the crowd to show a bit of entertainment as well as a good game of football today.
Yeah, Catherine Howell screams in frustration at herself as she kicks it out of play. Bass with the clearance, Bartup never going to get to that. She'll now put the pressure on alongside Brown, and Bartup force the pass to go wide, which to Newcastle's credit they managed to keep in with Marylebone, who's looked like one of the players to watch today for Alnwick Town as the ball is played down the line. Bartup is going to go towards it, try and keep it in play, and Bartup has just took that out. It looked albeit from the opposite side of the pitch, like it had stayed in, but the linesman on that far touchline will have a better view than me.
Yeah, I didn't think the whole ball had gone there, but obviously we're far away from the other side.
I mean, we're still right, but we'll let the they'll let the linesman off as Alnwick Town prepared to take this latest throw. It's been a pretty low-key start from them. Visitors wanted a free kick from a challenge from Sarah Danby. We mentioned earlier about who we maybe thought would sit, and I mean, there's 5 players for Leeds shirts, Jodie, in front of the throw-in taker Olivia Smart. It appears that Sarah Danby is the one that has got the role of sitting back a little deeper than others.
Yeah, I think she's a great playmaker, obviously whenever she has that chance to go wide, hopefully someone will sit for her.
That's a great challenge. Sorry to put in Jodie as Brown's won it back. Here is Suarez Martins running towards goal. She wants the run from Smith. She gets it from Smith, who just has to take it a little bit further wide. The lack of a shot is frustrating, but they will win a corner, and that's all thanks to the hard work of Abby Brown.
Yeah, I think winning the ball high up the pitch is obviously the key today. Try and get as much pressure on them as we can in their own half.
Rebecca Bass has gone short. That's pulled one of the Alnwick players out from the edge of the box. That run has now been checked, and Danby floats it in to the far post. Keeper comes. That's good skills from the goalkeeper, Katie Stark of Alnwick Town Women. No real doubt from her who was coming to collect that. She took total control. She's now preparing to clear downfield, and that was one of the first things you spotted when they were watching the warm-ups. As a player yourself, you're eagle-eyed. You noticed her range of kicking was perhaps one of the best we've seen for recent weeks against Leeds United Women, as Hamill tries to watch this play go. That's really good work from the Leeds captain. Bass now down the line puts too much power in it and ruins Hamill's work, but that's an area that Leeds have to try and adapt to, because the last few weeks they've been high up the pitch for these goal kicks. Today they need to sit deep.
Yeah, obviously the range of passing from her on the floor and out of the hands is obviously a lot longer than what we've usually seen in this league, so it'll be something we need to adjust to.
That's why Martin's trying to keep Alnwick away from goal. Ball in towards the near post. Wattam will just get her hands on it. It was Jessica Morrison for Alnwick Town that went towards it. I think Georgia Wattam could have kept that bouncing past the post, but one of those where she just wants a feel of the ball, gets on it, tries to kick it long, and now goes to Bartup, who let it back out to Olivia Smart. Smart to Bartup, fired into her feet. Danby and Bartup now coming back, and Alnwick Town player gives it away. Danby once more, across to Bass. Bass tried to go down the line. Suarez Martins had a bright start. She now goes back. And Hamill across, and now Hamill's trying to tell Wattam to go across to Bridie Hannon, which she will. This is perhaps what we didn't see enough of against Brighouse Town in the first half, a controlling of the game. That's a beautiful ball from Bridie Hannon. She had easier passes. She took the hardest one, and she worked it to Smart. Woodruff works a 1-2. Now looking for Bartup in the middle. Bartup can't get there. Suarez Martins comes. Bartup heads home. The flag stays down, and the goal will stand. Really good move from Leeds United, and Bridie Hannon has got every single right to make her way forward from centre half to celebrate, because it was her defence splitting pass that released Olivia Smart. Then Amy Woodruff. Smart's cross missed Bartup. Suarez Martins' cross did not. Leeds United Women 1, Alnwick Town 0.
Yeah, like you say, it was an absolute brilliant ball forward from Bridie Hannon there to split the defence, and obviously the Suarez Martins back post run obviously kept the ball alive and had Laura there to finish.
Really good move right from the back, and again, that's what we're saying against Brighouse. Leeds have shown this season they can put these sort of moves together. Follow-up play, superb from Sandra Suarez Martins, who I just said beforehand, it looks like she's started with a real spring in her step. She looks confident today, and like all good strikers should be stood on the goal line at all times waiting to finish. And that is Laura Bartup's 17th goal of the season. She might not get an easier one.
Possibly, we'll see.
I don't want to discredit it, but again, the positioning for her to be right place, right time, and Woodruff's role, 4 or 5 players have got every right to have a pat on the back there, and that will just settle Leeds down as they look to end on a high. And we keep saying this week in, week out, that it's almost like planning for next season really now for Dan O'Hearn. It's a case of how many points can they get before the end of the campaign? Can they reduce Liverpool's second place to 6-7 points if Liverpool lose a few games? And trying to find a formula that can work for a promotion target next year. And last couple of weeks it's been tough to get those results, but I think today the entire squad will look at this match and think it's a win they need to be picking up. And so far today, so good. Rebecca Bass's touch is heavy. I should be frustrated with that.
Yeah, I think we just need to work on our consistency in finishing games out, and obviously getting those 3 points stacked up as we finish the season out.
Yeah, some of the players some of the games have been able to witness of come on leaps and bounds. Catherine Smith in midfield. You can sort of tell when she's not playing now with the energy she brings to the park. Suarez Martins, we were chatting the other night about the start she'd made, hasn't been in the team every week since then. This is again another case for her to cement her spot. As the free kick's gone against Smith. Morrison's ball in. Smith just dips her arm in the behind her back to make sure she can just shoulder away, and that's an important touch. Martin gets back on the ball now with Hannon. Another good ball from Briley Hannon, which is one of her main skills, a distribution out from the back towards Bartup. Bartup's going to try and take it forward, tackled by centre half, which is Georgia Lato. Now back in possession with Leeds. Smart will try and win a corner, which she does. Briley Hannon, Rebecca Bass decide to stay back. Danby, cross takes a big deflection. Keepers come for that. Not the greatest, safest pair of hands on that occasion, but Catherine Hamill unable to force a second mistake. And I think as first 13, 14 minutes go, not sure Dana Hearn can have too many complaints, Jodie.
No, I think using the pitch really well, like we say. We've got the players coming out of the back, using the wide space, overlapping, and obviously that's bringing us a lot of joy down the wings, getting the balls into the box. Yeah,
that should have been dealt with a bit better that from Leeds. Two players going for the same ball. Catherine Hamill decided to head it clear. Doesn't matter though, because Leeds deal with it, and now is Smith who flicks it to Brown. Brown perhaps could have gone to Bartup. She tries to go around the outside instead. And while her first trick of the match will not come off, the pressure from her is consistent enough to concede a throw. Smith wins a header. Second time in a row that Annika had a peel on that far side for a free kick that's been rejected. Woodruff touches it back inside to Brown. Brown does the same for Smith. Smith was trying to open up her body and play it across the park to Suarez Martins. She'll fire it into the feet of Bass. And Bass to Suarez Martins. Morrison was always looking for that ball, and now Leeds have got defending to do. Too easy for Rebecca Bass's perspective. Just waits and waits and lures in the defender. She'll take encouragement today of smashing the ball into the Ellen Road stands. Alnwick Town's best moves of the match, this, keeping possession.
Yeah, just had a little bit of joy there, haven't they, to switch the ball.
Shot comes in from range, lacks power, still needs to be dealt with by Leeds. Hannon and Smart do the defensive work, and now Danby sets off on her way, rolls it down the line to Bartup. Bartup was looking back down the line, but there was no pass, so Danby will see that Smart is running in behind. Bartup again. Laura Bartup carries it forward, prods it down the line to Smart, who will try and flick it to Brown again. Leeds using the channels perfectly, cutbacks on towards Woodruff, who doesn't use it. He'll be going for the killer balls as far as Martin. Danny Brown at least will go win it back, and she will win the tackle, sadly concede possession. And that is another example of where, from a commentary perspective, we can see the ball to Woodruff. Abby Brown maybe had to have somebody over her shoulder giving the nod, but again, the movement, the passing, using that width really well.
Yeah, definitely, like you say, we can see everything from here, so it's obviously quite critical of us to obviously say what better pass we could have had, but she obviously wants to get a couple of shots off.
Yeah, like Suarez Martins, not been in the starting lineup last few weeks. Abby Brown still scored some important goals this season. Leeds is where Leeds need to make sure they don't break down in midfield. They've given the ball away. It's a loose pass from Alnwick Town, and it's to Hannon. Smart back to Hannon. The two centre-backs so far have had a relatively easy day at the office, but again, so far being the key term. Smart back to Hannon. Smart again, who's going to be bitty today. by the looks of things with her runs down the line to Bartup. The space that Leeds have occupied together as those three really stuck together as Bartup apologises to Suarez Martins. Slices the pass wide. And we were discussing that in the first half against Brickhouse Town, Jodie, about the gap between the wingers and the forwards in the midfield. It was just too big. Leeds couldn't get into any sort of form of rhythm. Totally different case today. I know they're playing an opposition that's a league lower. They break off because Bartup's just nutmegged the Alnwick Town defender. That's allowed Smith to come forward. That I think hit Abby Brown on the arm, and it did. Advantage played. The nutmeg was on Katie Elwood at left back, but Leeds really do look like they've connected well today. Bass forward towards Smith, who will kick it around the defender. Now she's got to be quick, and Smith will try and get past Morrison. She's stronger. Now she tries to cut it back to Suarez Martins, who wasn't on the same page, and the follow-up run was not as strong. Now Leeds have to break. That's where the middle of midfield is one of the areas that Jodie was panicking about. No need. Bridie Hannon decides to deal with it herself. There's a huge gap in midfield, and great reading of the game as now Brown comes forward, looks to try and find space to shoot. She'll take them on. Abby Brown still going, just couldn't find that last little touch to get it away. And good defending in the end from today's visitors.
Yeah, I think that was a crucial tackle there from Bridie. I think obviously coming out and reading the ball well to get that clean tackle for us to get the counter-attack there.
Yeah, a reminder of the Leeds bench today is Sarah Dobby, Kirsty Hunt, Savannah Robson, Paige Williams, Kanisha May Underdown. If you wanted a defensive should, it would perhaps be Underdown that would come on, but that is a ball over the top from Smith. The keeper's a little bit slow off her line. Now she eventually comes and clears towards the tunnel in front of the West Stand. Suarez Martins was the one trying to put the pressure on before Rebecca Bass goes to collect the ball. She comes across for a last-minute instruction from Dan O'Hearn.
I think if there was any doubt and delay from the keeper there, I think Suarez Martins would have had that ball.
Suarez Martins' first real mistake from her this afternoon. Takes her eye off the ball, and it will go behind for a goal kick. No rush from the Alnwick Town goalkeeper Katie Stark. Smart tries to get the header to the ball, gets back to Brown. There's Hamill. And with Rebecca Bass. And there is Hannon. Hannon goes flying forward again. It was the route to goal that helped Leeds out last time. It is maybe going to do the same again. Olivia Smart gets there. She's just going to put too much power on that first touch, and it will go away from the Leeds United left back. But Leeds have found their area to success. Passed the ball to Bridie Hannon. Let Bridie Hannon do the rest.
Yeah, she likes the limelight with those long passes, and she's obviously extremely good at them. So I don't mind getting joy from there.
Here now is Smith. Smith's going to go for goal from range. Sadler lacks the power. Katie Stark again taking her time, but Hamill, Bass, Danby all dropping a little bit deeper. Bass wins the header. Danby wasn't goal side, but she gets there in time. Smart to Hannon. Brown turns away from trouble, lays it back to Catherine Hamill. 1-2 with Suarez Martins and Bass. She went to try and play the ball back. Bass then flies in with a challenge. That's going to be a Solon as Bartup gets it back. It's a shot from range from Danby. Tries to catch the keeper off guard, and the keeper spills. And the Ellen Road crowd gasp as they thought the ball was going to be tipped into the back of the net. Jodie Hunter alongside me with a little jump in excitement. Sadly, it's still 1-0, Jodie.
I think with the backspin on the ball there, I think she obviously misread it a little bit and it just come out of the hands, so it just gave us that little bit of excitement. Unfortunately, she was there to collect underneath.
Yeah, Leeds still on the attack. It's been all Leeds so far. Into Bartup. Bartup just couldn't squeeze it across to Woodruff. She's laying it on the edge of the box to Danby, who takes a touch, fires it to Brown. Brown's first touch had to be good. It wasn't that bad either, but the defending was just a little bit sharper. Leeds' ideas today have been spot on. Everything has worked for them in those channels. They're getting so much joy. The offside flag this time goes up against Danby. The referee hasn't realised, and now does, and the play will come to a halt.
I think we've got a little bit of joy now going long, trying not to do it each time. Maybe, you know, recycle the ball a little bit and obviously get a few touches on the ball, get a few different players on the ball and get them involved before going long.
Forward over Brown tries to bring it under control. Strong challenge again from Rebecca Bass. Bartup encouraged by the Leeds coaching team to make her way across the pitch. Hamill and Hannon step forward together. That'll be stayed onside. Mistake at the back. Olivia Smart comes across. The shot's fired over. Big chance for Alnwick Town, and Lucy McConnell, the one that fired over. And just a slight mistake. Both centre-backs going for the same pass. We'll have to praise Olivia Smart's pressurising Jodie for maybe the reason why the striker was put off, because she made up some ground very quickly. It was a good job she did.
Yeah, she definitely had a lot of space there, and obviously just that extra pressure is going to help rush her shot, but luckily for us it went over. She did have acres of space though.
Brown to Woodruff. She's floating it forward. Smart heads back inside to Bartup. Bartup was always trying to play it quickly. Good hold-up play. Pass wasn't the strongest to Smith, but Smith makes do. Danby can find Bass. So much space for Rebecca Bass on the right-hand side. She was encouraged to fire it centrally. She fires it to Brown, to Bartup. Bartup will go try and find a little bit of space to go for goal. Suarez Martins leads, and their support play today still so strong. Suarez Martins cuts it in towards Woodruff, who's just not strong enough. She'll go back for a second attempt. And cleared away. Smith gets a touch, and the pressure becomes too much for Alnwick Town. As Suarez Martins with Bass, that partnership has worked a treat today. Town on the attack, and Rebecca Hannon in behind Catherine Hamill trying to help out, and there she is, nice and safe as Rebecca Bass skips away forward into Smith. Needs to get the shout for the onrushing pressure, didn't get one. Alnwick Town pass was rather good, that, but Catherine Johnston didn't realise it was coming her direction.
Yeah, there were three players there that could have gone for that ball. But luckily it was Catherine Hamill that was there first.
Yeah, forward it goes. Woodruff with a strong challenge and an equally good pass. Olivia Smart might as well stop playing left back today. Here she goes again at left midfield towards the near post of Bartup. What's a good ball? Bartup can finish. Yes, she can. 18 for the season for Laura Bartup, and Olivia Smart provides the cross. Great run from the Leeds United striker, and she made it look oh so easy. Olivia Smart out wide, ball in, and Bartup slots it home. Leeds United 2, Alnwick Town 0. Made it look very easy, Jodie.
Yeah, just when Alnwick was trying to get the ball down and play, obviously we've broken that up and managed to get a goal ourselves.
Good work again from Amy Woodruff with the ball out wide originally. She played a pass for the first goal, which got Leeds on their way.
Yeah, crucial few touches from her.
And Laura Bartup from that range very rarely misses. Catherine Hamill goes across towards Bridie Hannon. Smith. It looks so confident out there, Jodie. I know Annika sitting back and the bottom of the league. You'd like to think that Leeds in third would put a bit of a performance down against them, but again, after losing a cup final the other night, you didn't know what the mood was going to be. One of the best performances I've seen so far, so I'll just break off because Woodruff is coming forward. Last few weeks, it's not often I've had to butt in because we've had an attack, but it seems like it's the third or fourth time today as Brown prods it to Woodruff, gets to return pass. Brown now can finish, can make it 3 into the far corner and just past the post. Still 2-0 to Leeds, and the confidence is flying through all the players out there.
Yeah, it's good to see different players getting shots off now, and obviously different passages of play to move the Alnwick defence out of the way before we get our shots off.
Just looking at the replay, Abby Brown looked rather disgruntled with herself to not find the back of the net. I actually thought she went for the harder corner, and that's probably why she's a bit more annoyed, because the keeper seemed to try and lure her in a little bit, see if she can dive to the left hand side, and Leeds unable to get across. That will be advantage played by the referee. Catherine Smith charging into the Alnwick player on the far side. Woodruff gets a touch. I think the front three have worked really well today so far. Brown on the left, Suarez Martins on the right, and Bartup through the middle. This is what we keep saying the last few weeks, Jed, especially when you've been with me on commentary, that the options now for next season, should everything stay the same, you've got Savannah Robson can play further forward, you've got Paige Williams, you've got other players that have played there, you've got Hindle that's unavailable today. Out wide, Dan O'Hearn's got some selection headaches.
Yeah, headache is definitely the right word there for him. I think it'll be a joyful headache to have going into next season with the quality of players we've got, that we've built this season.
As far as Martins out wide on the right, Smart has to be quick here and gets back to Hannon. Hannon does have Hamill alongside her, but Bradley Hannon gets away and goes towards Catherine Hamill, and now with Bass. Woodruff has dropped deep. Bass floats it over the top, looking for her in behind. Oh, what a blast that is. Now Suarez Martins part up to the middle, waiting for a pass for a hat-trick maybe. Suarez Martins steps away, gets caught on the ball. Needed more decisiveness, and that's why she's got her head in her hands. Now she's got to get back. Woodruff spots that, and Catherine Hamill deals with this and gets away. And that was a pass you could watch all day from Rebecca Bass, Jerry.
Yeah, like we say, obviously we like to see the long ball through, especially when we're on such a big pitch. Obviously it'll hold up well, and we've got our fast wingers and full backs there to go on to the end of it.
Hamill was looking for Woodruff, maybe just a bit too much pace on that. Danby goes cross-field, apologises, realises she's under-hit that, and now Rihanna Malaburn comes flying forward. Danby's got to get back because Alnwick are in behind now. Big work to do for Leeds at the back. The shot's rushed, and it's at the near post. Catherine Johnston goes for goal, and Georgia Watton makes it look nice and easy. Did lack power, but still had to deal with it.
Yeah, I thought she found herself in some great space there, but like I say, just not enough power on it to test Georgia Watton.
You know, it's Bass. As Martins to Woodruff, who was just hoping to turn, get to the ball quick enough. Danby isolated in midfield, needs more help back there. Hamill stretching across the defence to Katie Elwood to try and stop her in her tracks, and she deals with it. And Danby to Brown. Brown back to Hamill. Leeds will just take their time out from the back.
Great flick on there by Suarez Martins.
Took the words right out of my mouth as the ball is whipped in. There is the hat-trick. Well, Amy Woodruff turns provider this occasion. She gets an assist, but Suarez Martins' flick, exquisite. Not nearly as good though as that touch from Laura Bartup, and it'll take some doing to wipe the smile off her face. Leeds United 3, Alnwick Town 0. and just over 30-minute hat-trick for Laura Bartup. What a great move again from Bass. The flick on. And again, just the support play today.
Amy Woodruff again there, you say. She's always popping up, making those crucial passes.
So we've got 3 assists today, Suarez, Martin, Smart and Woodruff. And if the average is going to continue today, as long as we get a 93 minute, Laura Bartup should have 9 goals by this point. She keeps up this this record. No pressure. She's asking for the ball straight away on the attack. She got 4 against Barnsley, a former club at the start of the season. Might sound very obvious as well, Jodie, but from a striker's perspective, she's been in the right place. I know the finishes have been one touch, or for the second a couple of touches, but got to be in the right place. The last few weeks she hasn't had these chances, hasn't had that much service, and today she gets back in the right place. Woodruff now goes for goal, header toward the far post, and it will be cleared away. But yeah, all good strikers need to be in the right place, even for simple tap-ins, and so far today she hasn't put a foot wrong.
Yeah, I think earlier on in the season we've seen her score some shots from further out, and it's good to see that she's obviously getting joy in the box, and exactly where you want your striker to be, that's exactly where she is.
Hamill comes flying forward. Laura Bartup maybe landed a little bit awkwardly there. Hamill back to Smith. Oh, Smith was just trying to play it sideways to Bath. She's going to have to get back here, Kath, as best she does. No wonder the Leeds fans applaud that, because it's the spirit that embodies this club. Now she's going to have to come flying out of defence, which she does. She wins the ball. And now Smart gets in there. Smart down the line to Bartup. Bartup trying to return the pass. Just couldn't get her leg around that ball. It's cleared away. And she apologises across to Suarez Martins as Olivia Smart, as per usual, just makes her way back down the touchline into position. Catherine Hamill nips in, and now she releases Danby. Dominant this from Leeds so far. Couple of lapses of concentration at best, as Brown just couldn't decide which way to go. She decided to go herself. That was a mistake in the end. Now Brown has to get back. Rebecca Bass takes control.
I think we've seen a few mistakes, that's, you know, unlike us, but obviously the support there has been brilliant to keep that from being anything dangerous from the other team.
Yeah, Woodruff just a little bit lazy to just stick out that leg. I think she expected it to bounce a little easier. She had a really good start today as Amy Woodruff, only been here for a few weeks.
It's good to see a new player settling in so quickly and being involved with so many crucial goals.
Yeah, it'll certainly help her bed into the team ethic and morale, as Olivia Smart doesn't need any encouragement to do that. She's a mainstay in this team, and she gets on her way down the left-hand side. That should be a free kick, and it will. The last time these two met was a 1-0. And that player in the centre of the camera spot, Olivia Smart, got the goal. Thankfully, so far today, it has been a little easier as Olivia Smart prepared to deliver this ball to the edge of the box. Annika fallen asleep. Danby prods it towards goal. Bartup tries to go for it, hits the bar. Now bounces over the top, and well, Laura Bartup's decided to make goal scoring look easy, come alive around the box in the penalty spot, and try and pounce from there. Unfortunately, the flick had too much power. It stays at 3-0.
Yeah, those sorts of deflections can go anywhere, and unfortunately for us, it went over the bar.
Annick with an important touch, gets away from Smith. There's again a lot of space in midfield. Leeds' midfield three of Smith, Danby and Woodruff are a little bit too far forward there. Adams clearance takes a huge deflection. It will go in Leeds' direction for the throw. Less than 10 minutes to go inside this first half. I think as well it was important, Jodie, for Leeds to try and get a decent performance for the crowd. To, you know, it's a good game today. You want to try and build the fan base. It might help those for next season. Any young fans watching their first game today might be desperate to come to the next home game next season. And for that, in terms of an advert and just doing themselves justice more than anything, and doing themselves proud, this first half has done everything and more, really.
Yeah, I think coming in from the County Cup final, obviously that'll have brought a few fans, but obviously today will just instill that and obviously bring some entertainment to the fans, hopefully.
Ball from Suarez Martins gets there first. And the player backs off. Suarez Martins does not. Now into Woodruff, who's looking over her shoulder to try and find space. She goes for a goal. It's whipped past the post. It stays in play for Abby Brown. Danby the closest to her, but Brown might have to do all of this on her own. No issue that Abby Brown's trying to do just that across the face. The keeper comes off her line and just leads his players every reason to look a little bit tired, some of them, with the running they've done.
Yeah,
just not in the right spot.
I think Amy Woodruff might have just been caught in the face after a shot as well.
Smith with a header. And it goes to Smart. Straight away down the line towards Laura Bartup, who's got the pace. Woodruff is just delaying her run. Now she's in the box. Bartup's going to goal for anyway. And she was just trying to go for it on her own. Catch the keeper off guard. Good keeping, really, from Katie Stark, because she was alert to the danger.
Yeah, I think she got down really well for that. Obviously, Laura's gone for the near post and she's just covered that quite well.
Might as well stop passing when you've got a hat-trick in half an hour.
Yeah, I know Amy Woodruff were obviously just coming up for support there, but I think because she got the ball quite early on, she thought she was on her own.
Smart goes for it, back from Brown. Smart again. Just loses out on this occasion. Here now is Hannon. And Hannon gets hold of it and goes down the line to Bartup. Bartup looks inside to Woodruff. Woodruff goes for the return pass. Don't think she needed to do it. She's had plenty of space.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the ball was just a little bit behind her. It seemed like it came back towards her heel more than the inside of her foot.
Great work again from Leeds. Smart rolls it across to Bass. In fact, sorry, to Danby. So unlucky for Danby. A late touch from Anik, who are defending as best they can to keep her at 3-0 before half-time. Into Suarez Martins. Looks back towards Bass. It's now with Smith. Smith back from Danby. That'll be a late lunge from an Alnwick Town player, and it's a Leeds flick. It will be an Alnwick Town throw as we approach the final 6 minutes of this first half. Suarez Martins again gets to it. Bartup, that's a great turn. Suarez Martins wants to lay it off to Woodruff just behind her. Here comes Amy Brown. She's going to go for goal. Keeper one-handed. Bartup's gone for the header. Is it going to nestle in that far corner? No, it won't. The keeper gets up. Good reactions, in fairness to Katie Stark. She gets up off the deck and gets across the goal. And Laura Bartup is waiting for her fourth of the afternoon. That's a very good save from the first, I think, as well. One-handed to deny Abby Brown.
Yeah, it was definitely a clinical finish there, and the goalkeeper just gets down in time to save. And just from our angle, it looked like Laura was closer to the goal than what the ball actually fell there. It's great positioning from the front three again to keep recycling those passes and get those shots off.
It certainly is. As Smith is racing forward to make sure she can put pressure on the Alnwick Town player. She wins Leeds a throw. Into Danby, it's rolled wide. The touch from Bass. Pass again. Takes the Alnwick Town player for a little journey. And still got it, Rebecca Bass, and she's looking to go back. She makes it look a little bit simple. Now Bridie Hannon decides to charge out of defence. It's a weaker pass than required, so she gives it away. Good touch from Danby. And now here is Suarez Martins again.
It's good work back as well from the forwards there to recover and help get the ball back for Leeds.
Suarez Martins back to Bass. Smith's got it in space. Now she looks left. She tries to float it over the top to Abby Brown. It's a really good lofted pass. Brown now cuts it across the face. Leeds seem to be really enjoying this pitch. The space they've got, it's brought the best out of them.
Yeah, we can see lots of different players popping up in that space there, just using the pitch really well and obviously getting the ball in and around those areas. That makes it dangerous for a shot to come off.
Ball wrestling away with Melody Brooks at right back. Brooks gets it back. Good touch from Smith, and now Danby looking in behind to Bartup again, who will pull away from the defenders. Now she's got Brown on the edge of the box. Bartup's going to go for goal again. The keeper spills, and she apologises to Abby Brown, Emmy Woodruff and Sandra Suarez Martins, because that was a little greedy. Yeah,
I mean, she's in a great spot to take that shot, but obviously she's got brilliant options either side of her there, and obviously the easiest one was Woodruff or Brown just on the edge.
Smith was out-muscled at the last second. Hamill beats in the air. Here comes Bridie Hannon, gets there first. Now Brown flicks it onto Bartup. Bartup is quick enough. She's got a chance to get in behind. It's a good touch from the defender, prodded away by Kirsty Armstrong. Leeds have got a corner towards the end of this first half. I think Bridie Hannon's now been given the encouragement for Rebecca Bass to go forward, which is normally the case, that she does normally go forward with Catherine Hamill.
Yeah, it's one of the strong points from them two central defenders. I think they've picked up a couple of goals this season. Got a better way to get one here at Ellen Road.
Hamill flicks it towards goal. Keeper just gets hold of it. Thought for a second it was going to bobble at the last second, but not to be. Bartup tries to turn it around that corner. Bass now covering defending. And Georgia Wattam gets hold of it. She has Olivia Smart at left back, and she has Catherine Hamill and Rebecca Bass on the opposite side. Hannon thought about that crossfield ball. It wasn't on. Alnwick Town seemed to have just stretched the play a little bit, making sure that crossfield passes a little harder. Rebecca Bass tries to float it over the top. She sliced it wide. And there's the first 45 minutes up. Just waiting stoppage time here at Ellen Road.
Yeah, I think Alnwick have slightly adjusted to what was obviously killing them in the first half. So hopefully we'll see the second half with some more ideas from Leeds.
Bounce pass, touch sloppy, and it get back on the ball with Mara Bird. Bartup was offside. Referee is going to stop proceedings. Hamill with the call, Hamill with a header, and there is the end of the first 45 minutes. A very enjoyable 45 minutes at Eden Road. Leeds United lead by 3-0 thanks to Laura Bartup's hat-trick. 10 minutes, 26 and 31 the goals. It's been a real pleasure to watch them this afternoon, and alongside me Jodie Hunter will be hoping for some more second half strikes in around 15 minutes time. So the half-time score at Eden Road, Leeds United 3, Alnwick Town 0. It's a smart. Woodruff works a 1-2. Now looking for Bartup in the middle. Bartup can't get there. Suarez Martins comes. Bartup heads home. The flag stays down, and the goal will stand. Really good move from Leeds United, and Bridie Hannon has got every single right to make her way forward from centre half to celebrate, because it was her defence splitting pass that released Olivia Smart. Then Amy Woodruff. Smart's cross missed Bartup. Suarez Martins' cross did not. 1-2 with Suarez Martins and Bass. She went to try and play the ball back. Bass then flies in with a challenge. That's going to be a sole, and as Bartup gets it back, it's a shot from range from down B. Tries to catch the keeper off guard, and the keeper spills. Hamill and Hannon step forward together. That'll be stayed onside. Mistake at the back. Olivia Smart comes across. The shot's fired over. Big chance for Alnwick Town, and Lucy McConnell, the one that fired over. Here she goes again at left midfield towards the near post of Bartup. What's a good ball? Bartup can finish. Yes, she can. 18 for the season for Laura Bartup, and Olivia Smart provides this across. Great run from the Leeds United striker, and she made it look oh so easy. Olivia Smart out wide, ball in, and Bartup slots it home. Leeds United 2, Alnwick Town 0. Prodded to Woodruff, gets the return pass. Brown now can finish, can make it 3 into the far corner, and just past the post. Still 2-0 to Leeds. And
it's a great flick on there by Suarez Martins.
Took the words right out of my mouth as the ball is whipped in. There is the hat-trick. And Amy Woodruff turns provider this occasion. She gets an assist, but Suarez Martins' flick, exquisite. Not nearly as good though as that touch from Laura Bartup, and it'll take some doing to wipe the smile off her face. Leeds United 3, Alnwick Town 0. Bartup, that's a great turn. Suarez Martins wants to lay it off to Woodruff just behind her. Here comes Amy Brown. She's going to go for goal. Keeper one-handed. Bartup's gone for the header. Is it going to nest in that far corner? No, it won't. The keeper gets nest. Welcome back to Ellen Road. It is Leeds United Women versus Alnwick Town Women this afternoon, and there's a triple change for Alnwick Town at the break. We have Becky Robinson, Chloe Young and Emily Henderson all coming onto the pitch. Leeds did have a very, very enjoyable 45 minutes, and Laura Bartup got a first half hat-trick. We're just trying to work out, myself, Tom Hill and Jodie Hunter, if Leeds have made a change. That is because Savannah Robson was warming up without her jacket on at half-time, but Jodie just believes she's rather warm as the conditions have improved. So rather than to be a tactical or an injury, it's just the heat as to why she hasn't come on just yet. So Leeds will go with Watton, Bass, Haddon, Hamill, Danby, Brown, Smith, Smart, Suarez, Martins, Bartup and Woodruff for the start of this second half, as the March On Together tune just comes to a conclusion. And the second half is nearly upon us. That first half was possibly one of the best of the season. I know we said earlier, Jodie, about Leeds playing bottom of the league, and we would have expected them to have a good day. But the space, the movement, the ability to use the size of the pitch and the support play was superb, and it really could have been 5 or 6.
Yeah, I think Dan O'Hearn's probably got the same question, and I'll be asking, when are we next going to play here? If we can play that good.
Yeah, Leeds will be itching to get on that pitch again, and I'm sure Jodie will be desperate to join them, and I'll be sat here on my own as Woodruff gets back at right midfield, gets across towards Rebecca Bass. So it should be a 4-3-3 as per usual for Dan O'Hearn's side. Alnwick Town, by the way, go with Stag. Well, I did go with Stag, Malibern, Tang, Armstrong, Lato. Will break off because Leeds on the attack. John will cut the 3 subs if we can. But a triple change doesn't really come as a surprise when you're losing 3-0.
Yeah, I think it'll be good for them to experience, obviously, playing on a pitch like this as well. But obviously there's some changes that needed to be made by them as well to stop Leeds on the attack so much.
Leeds have got a corner right from the start of this second half. In the first half, it was the very last set piece that Bridie Hannon decided to go forward for. Today, that is very different. She is going to the edge of the 6-yard box right in this second half. She's underneath it, though. It is towards Hannon, who heads it the wrong way via a deflection. Not sure if Bridie Hannon was that convinced. She'd set off going back to halfway, so we'll take it. And Olivia Smart will get herself ready to take the latest set piece. Another good ball in. Keeper spills it. Laura Bartup trying to get to it. Needs to make sure she doesn't give away a free kick. She does just that. Smart pings the ball in towards Suarez Martins. Keeper comes out again. I think the touch there from Kate, that was actually very impressive, because if she tries to catch it and drops it, Suarez Martins has got a tap in. So while it might have looked a little bit panicky, I think it was very much intended as Alnwick come forward, give the ball away, and it's now back into Catherine Smith. You were saying at half-time then, Jodie, about the Robson potentially coming on. It gets to that sort of stage where Leeds might want to try and experiment and give others a chance. Important, though, to do that. It stays at 3-0 and they don't just overlook and get a little bit too behind themselves. It's important to try and stay as professional as they can and try and make it 4 or 5 and not take the foot off the gas.
Yeah, no, obviously Alnwick needed to make some some changes in there. So obviously they've made the 3 subs, but sometimes that does unsettle things. So I wouldn't like to see Dan O'Hearn making a number of subs all at once, but obviously including the players on the bench today would be obviously important to get everybody involved, and hopefully we can still keep that focus and the high intensity that we had in the first half.
Yeah, Laura Bartup wins a free kick after being clipped from behind. Dunby across to Hannon. Hannon now looking to the far side towards Brown. Won't get there, but Danby might help it on its way. Danby just gets caught in possession by Alnwick Town midfielder. Hamill racing back to make sure she gets the right side has been fired away by Watton. Loads of space here for Leeds on the left. And they continue to wait for their first win. Been a humbling experience in their promotion year. It's been tough for their players, I'm sure. Last few weeks have picked up a few more goals, but defensively have been unable to keep them out, losing the last minute to Chorley 3-2.
Yeah, I think the last couple of seasons for them has probably been very frustrating, obviously given that there was no promotion relegation the last few seasons, so to see them come up, finally promoted, and then obviously kind of sat at the bottom all season is obviously disappointing for them, but I'm sure it won't be long before we see them again.
Olivia Smart skips away. It's good work from Olivia Smart. Pings it across the face of goal. Suarez Martins might get a touch to this. She tries to lay it off to Rebecca Bass. Now Bass was trying to dribble her way forward and just get a little bit more space to shoot. Sadly for her, she ran out of room, but Brady Hannon's back there. Emma Woodruff's on side here. Emma Woodruff's going to get to it, takes it round the keeper. The easiest of finishes, Emma Woodruff gets there and gets a goal for Leeds. The keeper come flying off the line, backed out at the last second. Emma Woodruff did not, and she deserves that. Some really crucial build-up play today. She's got an assist. She's now got a goal, Jodie. Leeds United 4, Alnwick Town 0.
Yeah, I think it's very well deserved from her. She's obviously been working tirelessly throughout the game to obviously be involved, and it's great to see a player like that getting her first goal for Leeds United. What a way to get it here at Ellen Road.
I was just to say, it's the first she's got since she's joined. And gets the score in front of the Kop. My jealousy will know no bounds. That is a moment that, of course, plenty of fans will have been able to be jealous of over the years. That's what we're saying earlier about it's such a special occasion for them. Hopefully one of many in years to come when they can play on a pitch like this, an arena like this, and get the fans behind them. Tadcaster, their base for the majority of the season. It's been a great home for them as well. The fans have turned out in their numbers. And Abby Brown tries to add to the numbers in the score sheet, unable to keep hold of it. And that is going to be a Leeds United throw. The Alnwick Town player was adamant that was touched by Brown and slams it into the floor in response. And Melody Brooks will get a sarcastic cheer from those in attendance.
I'm surprised she let it go out, actually, because I thought it was quite obvious that it came off her.
Yeah, Woodruff from Smart. Woodruff's got the strength. She goes for a goal, just drags it wide.
That's one of her strengths, is holding the players off the ball and keeping control of it, shielding it there in some tight areas.
As we see, the goal kick yet to be taken. Kate Snack's had a busy afternoon, unfortunately for her. Needed to pick the ball out of the net, but she's made some crucial stops as well to deny Leeds. Hannon to Smart. I think was trying to kick it down the line, but in doing so, kicked it near the subs bench. Hannon and Hamill getting each other's way. Not for the first time today. Which, for me, is maybe less than a handful of occasions when they've got in each other's way all season, because they're so used to playing with each other.
Yeah, it's a rare thing that we see, to be honest.
Thankfully, though, it's done nothing for the damage of the scoreline. Hamill again stands her ground. Smart will get back with her. And Hamill will clear. Brown doesn't get to it. Bartup will get there first. That's good work from Maura Bartup. She was clipped. The referee gives the free kick. Good officiating. Important that Laura Bartup keeps doing that as well. She's got a hat-trick. Still a team game. And she has to keep working hard for the rest of her group. And that front three will certainly be feeling that next week they should start with the way they've played.
Yeah, I think it's really crucial for her to come in so deep there, just to keep that play connected. Obviously we saw that there was quite a big gap in the first half of the game on Thursday night, so it's good to see that she's kind of linking that play up.
Yeah, here now is Hamill. Out wide she goes. It's good work from Smart. She gets away from trouble. Has to whip it across the box towards Bartup. Bartup's got that ahead of the keeper. Oh, yes! Laura Bartup gets another goal, and she's chasing Olivia Smart for a reason, because that's a pinpoint cross, and it's a pinpoint header. 4 for the afternoon for Laura Bartup. Leeds United 5, Alnwick Town 0. That is a great header.
Yeah, it's great to see her get that connection there, and obviously the timing of the cross was brilliant. Just curious to see how far off she is on them 9 goals.
I was only joking at that point. I'm now firmly believing this is a possibility, Jodie. 4 goals and 55 minutes. She's had a slow start to the second half. If she wants to keep up the hat-trick for every half an hour. She's into big 6 minutes. No pressure as Bartup heads home from Smart's cross. I think the best thing about Laura Bartup today is obviously the goals, but when you want to analyse the goals, they're all different finishes. Some are poachers, some are classy touches, some of just running into boxes, with real speed and venom. That's possibly the most delicate of the lot, is that passes, is that ball into the boxes. Smart takes it forward. That should do a confidence the world of good at this level as Danby's crunched. The referee's going to continue playing here. Needs her urge to get back. Don't think the referee did much wrong there. I think while we really hope Sarah Danby's okay, I think she's winded. I just hope it's an impact of the 2 players. The referee will be told that she's still down. So our first thoughts now go to making sure she's okay, but I didn't see a lunge or any high boot. I just think she ran into the player, and hopefully it's more of an impact and she'll be able to get her breath back.
Yeah, I thought maybe just a clash of the knees, or obviously like a winded, like you say. So hopefully it shouldn't be too serious.
Yeah, going back to Laura Bartup's finishing ability today. It's been a really good day at the office. 4 goals against Barnsley, as we said earlier in the campaign. From a personal target, she'd love to go and get, she sets, lofty goals. That'll put her into 20 for the season. So it's an incredible milestone to reach as Sarah Danby looks to be okay. She comes off the pitch, which is the most important thing. But if we have to set Laura Bartup another mini target from the commentary box, 5 in 1 match is the next one.
Yeah, obviously you've just got to keep building and challenging yourself as a player, so that would be the next target for me.
Very easy for us to sit here with our warm drinks to try and keep warm on this press box that she now needs to go and get more. But that is the standard that Leeds need to be setting themselves, you say, Jodie. Newcastle, Liverpool, Feds above them. That is the target for Leeds next season. To be in that top 2, challenging for promotion.
I know Newcastle have had a joy of lots of goals scored this season, so it'll be good to try and catch them up with the goal difference.
Woodruff was looking long, didn't spot that Bartup had come short. Slice kick from Stark, and Brown flicks it into Woodruff. Back to Smith she goes. Over the top to Brown. Brown's got work to do. The right back is quick to get there. Brown takes it past her. Now she puts it onto the rear plate of Suarez Martins, who goes for goal. It's blocked. Perfect work from Abby Brown. Into that corridor of uncertainty. Needs a touch. Unfortunate for Leeds, it got one from an Alnwick Town defender, Jodie.
Yeah, it's brilliant to see Suarez Martins there coming across and coming for the near post to say that she's on the right wing as well. Just kind of changing those runs up and having Alnwick think about a lot of different players on Leeds' side.
Ball in to the far post. Keeper comes off the line. There's another header towards goal, and Laura Bartup in the right place. Just couldn't keep her head over the ball. I think it goes unnoticed that Olivia Smart's corners are ever so consistent. Every single time on the money, in the right place, asking questions of defence.
Yeah, I think it's great for the player on the end of it to know exactly where it's going. I think that's one of the very strengths that we have of the set pieces from Olivia Smart. I know she's had a fair share of goals herself from set pieces as well.
And the bat up is brought to the ground. I believe the changes that Alnwick Town made were for Malaburn, Kirsty Armstrong and Megan Sprott as Leeds get another corner. Smart this time to the near post. I thought Smith was just about going to get onto that, just a bit too far away from her. Danby, Smart, a little bit short of Smith. Danby gets across, wins a free kick. Can maybe understand the requirement. That was just a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge, but we're biased, so we'll take it.
Yeah, I think Emily Henderson's had a great start, to be fair, since she's come on for Alnwick. She's shown quite a lot of pace down that wing to try and stop Leeds' attack on the wing.
Smart floats the ball in, Hamill heads it towards goal. Communication from Alnwick Town is better on that occasion. Katie Stark brings it out from the edge of her box. Over the top to Bartup. Bartup now has a chance to go and get another goal. She's got a chance to pass it to Woodruff. She takes it on a harder angle, tries to back it towards, backheel it towards Suarez Martins. And there's nothing else to say really apart from Leeds just tried to walk that home. They could have made that so much easier.
Yeah, I think in a position like that, you're thinking Laura's going to shoot there. And obviously she's tried to share out some of the goal opportunities now. So Suarez Martins, before she makes the sub for the game.
Yeah, great performance from Sandra Suarez Martins. Bridie Hannon gets a deserved round of applause as well. And Kirsty Hunt will go into centre back. And Paige Williams will go out onto the wing. So it's to Kirsty Hunt now to play these crossfield passes across the park as Alnwick are going to make two more changes. Ashley Grisdale, Erin Bilal will come on. Just checking the chain. Look, it's like Katie Elwood, and just waiting for the Alnwick player to try and turn round, but she's going to make my life very, very tough. So we'll try and get that in a second. As it was Erin Bilal and Ashley Grisdale, as we say, that will come on for Alnwick. We know the Leeds changes Hunt at centre half, who played there a couple of weeks ago. Jodie, and settled in quite well when Bridie Hannon was unavailable, but sadly Leeds couldn't get the win on that occasion. But we know she's more than a capable deputy. Her array of passing is solid. She's very strong in the tackle, very strong player herself, so it just gives Danaher another partnership to try and see what it can do with for next season.
Yeah, Kirsty Hunt's a very calm player. That's definitely one to sit in those roles there, especially when Bridie Hannon or Hamill come forward. She's always one to sit in and obviously keep that strong build at the back there.
Kirsty Tang, by the way, was the other replacement alongside Katie Elwood, so they've both come off. And Kirsty Hunt gets herself straight back into the game with a simple touch back to Owatton. Here is Williams. The Smart flies in. Strong challenge from Olivia Smart, and then he gets another one. And Dana Hurd and the rest of the coaching staff give her a big round of applause. So do the fans. Hamill now puts her body in the way, gets just in front of the forward, and again wants to play it sideways. Danby racing forward, and it's going to be a lunging challenge, and Catherine Johnston does not miss, unfortunately. Sarah Danby's been in the war second half. Clearly they've picked on her for the reason it's 5-0.
Yeah, I think they've picked out as that she's a good playmaker for Leeds United, and obviously they're trying to stop her making those crucial passes in for the forward players.
Yellow card for Johnston, by the way. Smart. Just can't pick out Bartup. Smith heads it forward. Williams will try and chase it down. She is one of the speediest players in this Leeds squad. And her pressurising wins a throw. So just past the hour mark. Leeds 5-0. 2 goals in the second half, Woodruff and Bartup. Laura Bartup, if you're just joining us here on LUTV, has 4 for the afternoon. Let's give away a free kick, and now I didn't get the chance to go along with this set piece. Martin goes long. A little bit more of a lofted pass to Bass. Bass is looking for Brown. She's also looking for the ball over towards Laura Bartup, who's going to get through. She takes it round the keeper. She's brought to ground. It's going to be a penalty to Leeds. And the goalkeeper did not miss. Well, the referee has yet to actually point to the spot, whether it suggests that the contact was outside, but it certainly looked in to me. What a ball, Jodie, by Rebecca Bass.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant there. Just the way it fell to Laura Bartup as her run came through, keeping her onside.
Now the referee is going to speak to the goalkeeper and explain his decision. She's taking the gloves off, and that suggests to me that the referee believes he's got no other choice but to send her off. So Katie Starkey's sent her marching orders. And Laura Bartup normally doesn't take penalties, so she doesn't want the 5th goal but from the spot. And Stark is off, so we've got a discussion. I mean, this is where football's got everything, because I mean, that, looking at the replay, is going to mean as well, just to double check, it isn't a penalty. The referee got that spot on looking at that replay. The reason why he didn't point to the spot is the contact was just outside. I thought it was just inside. So really well done to the official. It made me look a little silly. But we've now got the issue of Alnwick Town have made all their subs. A lack of a goalkeeper. And the referee coming across now to try and explain things. As the Alnwick Town players has now decided to go in goal, or had to go in goal. So Abby Brown's got the free kick more than back to the action, Jodie. Carnage at Ellen Road. So this is where football gets exciting, when outfield players go in goal. Doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, usually they're quite good with their feet, but obviously not as natural with their hands, so hopefully we'll see the back of the net for Abby Brown here. You know, she's very clinical with free kicks, and obviously this is a crucial point here that we can take. Yeah,
so reminder, it looked to be a close call for a penalty just outside the box. So free kick given, Katie Stark sent off, Abby Brown, Sarah Dampy stood over the free kick. It does look like Abby Brown has decided to take total control with this situation, and ever since the free kick was given, she's had her eyes set towards goal. She hits it left-footed, just past the post. And then the Alnwick Town substitute goalkeeper, or outfield player, emergency goalkeeper, will be grateful to see that one go wide. And now Leeds have got 3 changes of their own lined up. Olivia Smart is one of those that's making her way towards the touchline. Brilliant from her. She'll be replaced by Robson. Woodruff and Smith are all coming off as well. And very nice to see the likes of Smith and Woodruff be able to wave to those in the crowd that have come out to watch them today. Their day is done. So the replacements are Sarah Dobby, Kanisha May Underdown and Savannah Robson. Full complement of players on the pitch, Jenny. Now we have our holding midfielders at 5-0 up.
Yeah, we've got 2 of them now. But just outstanding play from all players on the pitch and those that have just come on as off as sub. I think full credit to them to keep the game alive and obviously make sure there's no goal scored against.
Bartup looking out wide, she fizzes it into the feet of Bass. Bass to Williams. Williams now looks up and floats across Abby Brown. It's too far over her head, pardon me. Alnwick will let this one go. So again, a reminder of those subs: Dobby, Robson, Underdown for Smith, Woodruff and Smart. Now Bartup encouraged to go forward again. Back up at the edge of the box she will go because just too far in front. 20 minutes to go. Underdown will probably like to add to her tally for the season. Might even get some rare goals from some of the others. Bass to get forward. Robson as well. Dobby just trying to cover in midfield and watch the play like a hawk. She gets there. Robson floats over the top to Bartup, who has to run so hard for Leeds every game. Runs the channels, keeps going, plods on. Back in from Brown to Dobby. Dobby goes in for another challenge.
Yeah, we'll just take these next couple of minutes and hopefully the substitutions can get settled into the game and keep the intensity up like we saw in the first half.
I believe it's Jessica Morrison, by the way, that's got in goal for Alnwick. She will hope to have 20 minutes of bliss in front of the Kop and not have to touch the ball only once or twice.
I think the way today's going, Laura Bartup's going to make sure that doesn't happen.
Dobby, Danby in the middle. Another chance here. Williams has picked the pocket and tried to look it back inside to Bartup. It'll just be too far in front of her. And it's now out to Danby. Underdown back to Dobby. Dobby to Hamill, and we know Sarah Dobby will just keep these things nice and simple, keep them ticking over. You would know it's a wild afternoon at Ellen Redder. She shoots from range. She has a job in this team, the main organiser, even if she's not on the pitch. And again, I think it's important as well, just for sentimental value for all the players, to get the chance to run out today on that pitch. The goal gets a good chunk of minutes, 20 minutes the latest subs will get as Dobby wins it back. And that's the joy, Jodie, of having a 5-0 advantage. You can afford to be sentimental and let players enjoy their day.
Yeah, to have a cushion like that, obviously it's good to kind of reward the players with the game time. Fully deserved, obviously. We've had lots of changes in the Leeds squad this season, so it's good to see, obviously, full use of the subs bench.
Kirsty Hunt keeps it in. Top work from her. Concedes a throw. It's just little snippets like that the coaching staff will not be ignoring. Could just let that trickle out for a corner. It's 5-0. Take your foot off the gas a little bit in that respect, but want to be there for Kirsty Hunt, racing across to help out. Bartup misses the header. Comes back in with another lunging challenge. Tries to flick it away. Williams will try and help her. Williams unable to get a touch on the ball, but Bartup puts the pressure on again. It might fall for Williams. And Leeds just nearly causing opponents frantic just by relentless pressure. Well, Marshall back by Savannah Robson. And they give the ball away. So if you're just joining us here on LUTV, it is 5-0. Laura Bass up with 4 of those. Emma Woodruff has got the other. Good work from Williams. Turns away, just one too many Alnwick shirts in her path. Annika down to 10 as well as keeper Katie Stark was sent off.
We've just seen Annick
clear. Sorry, Jodie.
We've just seen Annick with quite a bit of the possession. Doesn't look like they're 10 men down at the moment. 10 men, sorry.
I know what you meant. Don't worry. Back to Williams. Williams plays it back. Can she flick it back to Battup? She's certainly going to try. Hamill puts her head in the way. She's going back to the red card. I've now had a bit of time to stew on it. Harsh or not?
I feel like it was definitely a goal scoring opportunity to take a player out of that, obviously. I feel like there's no other option really.
Yeah, see, I thought the same. Interesting to see if any others disagree. I'm sure Annick will feel that the way the game has gone, it was a little unnecessary, but the referee has to play on without any real sympathy. Underdown loses the ball, then goes and wins it back. That'll be something that goes down well with the coaching team, as Bartup was offside there. Good job Williams didn't play that pass. Rebecca Bass has been a little bit quiet in the second half, only by her standards of the first. Nothing that she hasn't done anything wrong. There's a few players that have been quiet, but again, it'll be tiring. Played in the cup final a couple of nights ago. And they still scored 2 goals in the second half. It just hasn't maybe been as rampant as that first 45.
Yeah, I think when you've obviously got a lot of goals in the first half, you expect the same in the second, but sometimes players have to think about obviously their legs and using the ball a bit more than their bodies, as you would say for Bass.
Abby Brown pleads for the throw-in to go her way. It does just that. Bartup gets hold of possession. She can go back to Underdown, which she does. Underdown goes back down the line. Bartup wasn't expecting it. Not that that matters, because she goes and wins it back. We'll try again, perhaps. Bartup flies into the challenge. She'll win a throw. I know Player of the Match award is only going one way when someone scores 4 goals, but it's that sort of involvement in the game that makes it stand out from the rest. You know, the harder working side. It's not just 4 tap-ins or 4 goals from inside the box.
Yeah, I think she's worked really hard today, obviously tracking back, getting the ball, connecting that play from midfield to the forwards and keeping that gap tight, and then obviously see little things there, just keeping the ball in play, shielding it well until we get the support that she needs.
78 minutes gone. Still leads 5, Alnwick Town 0. Rebecca Bass, the latest one to go for goal. Rebecca Bass goes for goal when a regular keeper's in net. So, you know, there's a few of those players that'll just be getting lured in a little bit and be tempted by it. Annoyingly, Leeds haven't really been able to test the keeper. That's great work from Abby Brown. Wins the ball. I think it's a challenge maybe before her that knocks her off balance rather than Brown's being the foul. So Brown's work is for nothing in the end.
Yeah, I think she'll see that as frustration there. Obviously get that against her.
Free kick against Leeds again. Open ball. Watson has to try and watch this over. Just keeps her feet planted, jumps up at the bar at the last second. A speculative effort, but at least it got some of the Alnwick players a little bit of excitement. There was a little bit of nervousness there, Jodie.
Yeah, I think Alnwick took that ball quite quickly, and obviously I don't know if Leeds recognised it or not, so to see it just go over the crossbars, very positive from Leeds.
Yeah, he is underdown in possession. She's looking over the top towards Brown, who's swap flanked with Williams. Pass takes it quickly to Bartup. Great turn from Bartup. She's going to maybe look at goal here. Tries to fling it towards the left. She puts her arm out to apologise to Williams. And then Robson come across, and while Robson might have been nutmegged, he's not too embarrassing for her because Robson was there backing up. And again, it's just a reminder of how well organised Leeds have been today. They've made this look easy. Dobby gets out of the way for Bartup. It's a crossfield ball to Williams. Williams will try and keep it in. Went with the wrong foot. Left foot takes it inside. She was more than confident she could keep it in with the right. Unfortunately, not the case.
Yeah, I think it was brilliant of her to get back and obviously support Robson there when the ball came behind her. To then see her obviously up the wing and get to the ball is
a wincing challenge from Williams. Those in attendance panicked as well.
It just seems like she's always working tirelessly for Leeds, and whether it's defending or attacking, she's always there. So it's just disappointing to see that the ball just ran out there for her.
Hunt just rolls it to Dobby. Dobby to Robson. He's got so much space in midfield after that Alnwick red card, and that doesn't come as a surprise as Williams tried to go crossfield. That was the harder pass of the lot. Pass a little bit outnumbered. She gets a touch to the ball. As Brown gets back to help out. Brown does enough to concede the throw. Into the final 10 minutes we go.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Williams knew that Robson had just gone on the attack there to give her some support on the left wing. So obviously she's gone across field, and unfortunately it's not come off for her.
And Batter able to keep that ball in play. Just to add to a quite wonderful Sunday afternoon together, Jodie, Norwich are winning 2-0 against Burnley, which just adds even more joy to Leeds fans this Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. And obviously the win yesterday just helped cement that.
The mood's just very encouraging all around the park. Everyone's got a smile on their face today, watching the Leeds United Women in action. Much nicer life is when all forms of the club are winning. All three teams this week will have got a victory if this is the case, as Danby prods it wide. It's towards Williams, who just dummies the cross, delays it. Dobby was looking forward to Danby. I think Dobby expected Danby to set off on a run. I think she forgets that Sarah Danby's played 82 minutes and ran herself into the ground.
Yep.
Alnwick player's gone down here with an injury. We are going to get a break in play.
Yeah, I think Leeds need to recognise, obviously they are playing against 10 men, so there's going to be a little bit more space than there was in the first half. Maybe playing to feet, obviously at this point in the game, 82 minutes gone, it's probably the better option than having the players run into the space.
Alnwick Town players just getting a few drinks on board as well. I think if we'd have been chatting pre-kick-off, what would be the perfect day? This would have been it, really.
Yeah, I think we'd have probably expected a little bit less for a happy day as well.
A bit warmer, maybe. A little bit warmer.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But clean sheet's massive as well now. That'll be something that I think will eat away at the defence if they don't get it, Jodie.
Yeah, I think it'd be a very disappointing day if we can score 5 goals and not keep a clean sheet, especially against 10 men.
Back it goes. And it clear with Becky Robinson. Hamill wins it back. Catherine Hamill doesn't often stride this far forward, but she's going to go and help out Brown if needed. And Brown glides forward. Maybe that touch is too heavy. It is. Bartup might try and pounce in the box. Cleared away for a throw. One touch too many from Abby Brown.
Yeah, I think today sometimes it's just not come off for her. I know she's made some great runs, and obviously technically we know her abilities there. But I just think that final touch seems to be killing her today.
Yeah, some of the crosses she put in that first half was so good. She's back here again in the right place. Tries to float it in towards that far corner. Well, that would have been a way to silence me and you, Jodie, for a lack of attacking output towards goal.
Yeah, I'd be gladly silenced if that went in.
I think she'll be frustrated, yet she's made a fantastic contribution. You know, the work she's put out on the wing, the crosses she's put in the box. I think with Suarez Martins getting an assist, with Woodruff getting an assist and a goal, you know, it'd be the ideal day for her to go and get one as well. But she can't forget her contribution's been a positive one. She's still got a chance here. She's going to look towards goal as well and puts power behind it. Its slight is wide. And that ball could have gone to Bartup. It could have gone to Danby. Almost shooting practice-esque, really, because, again, Alnwick have had it hard all day. They've never given in today for Litters, but they're down to 10. Leeds will be just looking for one final cheer from the crowd.
Yeah, and it'd be well deserved if it came to Abby Brown, like you say. Just something to reward her efforts from today's game.
Robson gets there. Danby brings it under control. Williams, under downs, asking for it in the middle. Bartup likewise. So Williams looking that way. Back to Bass. Bass was looking for Bartup. She picks her out. Bartup with a chance to go for goal. The defender goes the opposite way. And Laura Bartup will claim the back pass. And it is going to be given.
I wouldn't say it was more of a pass. I feel like it was more of a panic. But obviously referee's decision. This game
has had everything. Again, you don't see these given very often.
No.
In the free kicks, but yet here we are. And again, I can sympathise. I thought that was a desperate lunge. Referee disagrees. Rebecca Bass will get to put it down. Of course, she won't go for goal. It's the options behind her that perhaps will do so. Unless Laura Bartup decides against it. Leeds arguing amongst themselves of who should do what.
I think the option here, with it being so close and the wall obviously almost on the line, the best option would be to do a pass first before the shot.
Yeah, rolls it towards Bass. Bass is going to try and get there first. Keeper at the last second gets there at the very last second. Now here is Bartup. Laid out. Brown's going to go for goal again. The keeper spills it. Abby Brown gets her goal. It's a stroke fortunate, it's very fortunate, but the contact is positive, and Brown smashes it towards that far corner, and she gets her just rewards for a marvellous display. A big smile on her face. Leeds United 6, Alnwick Town 0, and 3 goals in either half.
Yeah, it's definitely the reward we were looking for Abby Brown there. Full credit to the shot as well. I think if the normal keeper was in there, I think she would have probably spilled that with the power that was in the back of it.
She still looked annoyed as she went back to halfway. Ever the perfectionist. Just scored.
Yeah.
See, if I'd have scored again here, I'd have been in the Kop. I'd have been gone. Maybe they're just being very modest. Or professional, perhaps, unlike me, as Sarah Dobby near halfway. And it get there first, and tough afternoon at the office for Alnwick Town today. A big lesson as well, though, I think, Jodie, for Leeds to show that ruthless side to them. That killer instinct that maybe Newcastle, Liverpool feds have shown this season. When the time comes to rack up the goals, you've got to do so. Danby piling forward. Williams on her outside. She spots the run. Williams has Robson behind her. Williams goes with a low cross. And it go long down the line, and Georgia Watton comes off her line. Catherine Hamill. Georgia Watton gets to it and made that look a little bit more hard work than I expected.
I'm not sure if there's miscommunication there. I wasn't sure if Catherine Hamill was going to pass the ball back to her or just shield the player. But luckily it's for a throw.
They dealt with it at least. Under down to Dobby. Dobby just wanted a split second too long. Hunt now comes across. Hamill's got to get there. Hamill misses it, and it coming forward. And a sliced effort just sums up their day. Good support play. They just haven't been able to get any joy. And again, down to 10. That would have been a rare moment for them to celebrate, but not to be at 6-0 to Leeds United Women.
Yeah, I think Lucy McDonald's been brilliant for them up front. Obviously the options that she's got is not many, but she's obviously made good use of what she's had. Just glad it's not been a goal.
Down the line from Robson. Looking for Underdown, who's chasing a lost cause for now. Two minutes of stoppage time out on the road. 2 more minutes for Leeds United Women to enjoy what has been a marvellous afternoon for them. To play it on the road, to get the job done in style. And they're looking for a 7th in added time. Down the line to Bass. Bass cuts it back to Bartup. Bartup can't get there. Oh, she slips at the last second. Hamill tries to get it back. And again, to their credit, just continue to try and pile forward. A tough ride back north for today's visitors. And they'll be doing all they can to narrow the gap to the 11th in front of them, but no win all season. As Bartup is offside. In fact, the flag goes. A bit of confusion there. I think Annie thought they were offside, but it's actually against Bartup. So less than a minute of stoppage time to go. I don't think the referee is going to add too much longer on, put Annick out of their misery. Dobby heads clear. Bartup gets it. Now can she release the pass one more time to Williams? She can. She's just bumped off the ball, so Williams will have to do a lot of this herself. And Williams turns inside, and again Williams gets the crowd excited as they go towards the far post. It's looking for Brown.
Some great play there from Paige Williams. I think she knew that she was on her own, so obviously she delayed as much as she could.
There goes the full-time whistle. Rebecca Bass wasn't allowed one final march towards goal. Just what the doctor ordered, Jodie, after that full-time score on Thursday night, the penalty shootout. Exactly what we needed. Yeah,
I think obviously we're building from Thursday night, and obviously, even though it was a loss, it was good to see them fight their way into the final, and obviously into the penalty kicks, and then obviously finish the weekend off today with a 6-0 win here at Ellen Road. Yeah, so really good way to celebrate playing at the home of Leeds United. And Leeds United Women wrap up their home campaign with a 6-0 rout of Alnwick Town. Laura Bartup got 4, Amy Woodruff got 1 as well, and it was then another option for Brown to add to the tally. Olivia Smart, Suarez Martins, Woodruff all getting assists, and Leeds wrapping it up with Brown in the 87th minute with a 6-0 scoreline. So a great day for Leeds United Women. That's all for us here on LUTV. The full-time score is Leeds United Women 6, Alnwick Town 0.
Smart. Woodruff works a 1-2. Now looking for Bartup in the middle. Bartup can't get there. Suarez Martins comes. Bartup heads home. The flag stays down, and the goal will stand. Really good move from Leeds United, and Bridie Hannon has got every single right to make her way forward from centre half to celebrate, because it was her defence-splitting pass that released Olivia Smart. Then Amy Woodruff. Smart's cross missed Bartup. Suarez Martins' cross did not. 1-2 with Suarez Martins and Bass. She went to try and play the ball back. Bass then flies in with a challenge. That's going to be a sole as Bartup gets it back. It's a shot from range from Danby. Tries to catch the keeper off guard. The keeper spills. Hamill and Hannon step forward together. That'll be stayed onside. Mistake at the back. Olivia Smart comes across. The shot's fired over. Big chance for Alnwick Town, and Lucy McConnell, the one that fired over. Here she goes again at left midfield towards the near post of Bartup. What's a good ball? Bartup can finish. Yes, she can. 18 for the season for Laura Bartup, and Olivia Smart provides the cross. Great run from the Leeds United striker, and she made it look oh so easy. Olivia Smart out wide, ball in, and Bartup slots it home. Leeds United 2, Alnwick Town 0. Prodded to Woodruff, gets the return pass. Brown now can finish, can make it 3 into the far corner, and just past the post. Still 2-0 to Leeds. And
it's a great flick on there by Suarez Martins.
took the words right out of my mouth as the ball is whipped in. There is the hat-trick. Well, Amy Woodruff turns provider this occasion. She gets an assist, but Suarez Martins' flick, exquisite. Not nearly as good though as that touch from Laura Bartup, and it'll take some doing to wipe the smile off her face. Leeds United 3, Alnwick Town 0. Bartup, that's a great turn. Suarez Martins wants to lay it off to Woodruff just behind her. Here comes Amy Brown. She's going to go for goal. Keeper one-handed. Bartup's gone for the header. Is it going to nestle in that far corner? No, it won't. The keeper gets up. Amy Woodruff's onside here. Amy Woodruff's going to get to it, takes it round the keeper. The easiest of finishes, Amy Woodruff gets there and gets a goal for Leeds. The keeper come flying off the line, backed out at the last second. Amy Woodruff did not, and she deserves that. Some really crucial build-up play today. She's got an assist, she's now got a goal. It's got to work from Smart. She gets away from trouble. Has to whip it across the box towards Bartup. Bartup's got the header of the keeper. Oh yes! And Laura Bartup gets another goal, and she's chasing Olivia Smart for a reason, because that's a pinpoint cross, and it's a pinpoint header. 4 for the afternoon for Laura Bartup. Leeds United 5, Alnwick Town 0. Bass is looking for Brown. She's also looking for the ball over towards Laura Bartup, who's going to get through. She takes it round the keeper. She's brought to ground. It's going to be a penalty to Leeds, and the goalkeeper did not miss. Bass was looking for Bartup. She picks her out. Bartup with a chance to go for goal. The defender goes the opposite way, and Laura Bartup will claim the back pass, and it is going to be given. He'll rolls it towards Bass. Bass is going to try and get there first. Keeper at the last second gets there at the very last second. Now here is Bartup laid out. Brown's going to go for goal again. The keeper spills it. Abby Brown gets her goal. It's a stroke fortunate, it's very fortunate, but the contact is positive, and Brown smashes it towards that far corner, and she gets her just rewards for a marvellous display. A big smile on her face. Leeds United 6, Alnwick Town 0.
Some great play there.